A lot of us are working from home at the moment, so we don't have that second space. A lot of gyms around the world are shut. We can't go to the gym and train, so we don't have that third space. A lot of us are isolated or quarantined, whatever you want to call it, locked down in our own home. So we really only have one space. For a lot of us, the foods that we usually eat are difficult to access at this point in time. So much of our everyday routine has been altered that it becomes very easy to completely fall off the wagon with your routine, completely just go out of routine. And guys, this is one of the worst things you can do at this point in time because this is something you have control over. And if you refuse to take control of it, you're giving up one of the main things that you have control over. One of the main things that you can put in place to battle all of these feelings of anxiety and uncertainty and stress and panic is to take control and adapt your daily routine. And I encourage you guys to do that. So how do you do that? One of the most basic things you can do, guys, is to go to bed at the usual time, get up at the usual time. Don't fuck with that. Don't stay up later than normal. Don't sleep in more than normal. As soon as you start doing that, it's just going to throw a complete spanner in the works when it comes to your daily routine. Go to bed at the normal time, get up at the normal time. You have complete control over that. Make sure you keep control over that. Adapt your exercise regime. A lot of gyms around the world are closed. We can't go to the gym anymore. So we're going to have to look at body weight exercises, look at resistance band exercises with TMJ Power resistance bands. Maybe you can get your hands on some free weights if you can do it. Train at home. Do what you can do from a resistance-based perspective to keep your exercise regime up. If you're used to training 5 days a week, 6 days a week, keep training 5 days a week, 6 days a week. Keep your fitness regime up. It's going to be adapted. You're not going to be able to do what you normally do, and that's fine. But you still have control over the situation. So make sure that you take control of the situation. When it comes to your cardio, do your cardio outside. Perhaps for the first time, try some metabolic conditioning workouts for cardio instead of walking on the treadmill or using the elliptical trainer or using the Stairmaster or whatever you'd normally do. Adapt your cardio regime. Perhaps you need to alter your workout split as well. You have control over your fitness regime, guys. One piece of it has been taken away. You can't go to the gym anymore. That's fine. What are you going to do? You got control over the situation. Adapt and move forward. Stick to your diet as best you can as well. Stick to your caloric intake. Stick to your macronutrient intake. One of the worst things you can do right now, guys, is go off diet, eat all of the shit in the world, emotionally eat, which is a big one for so many people. Eat to make yourself feel better, when in actual fact, it's going to make you feel worse. Stick to your diet. If you have to get resourceful because you can't access the foods that you're used to eating, get resourceful. If you can't access your chicken breasts or your steak or your turkey or whatever it is, perhaps have an extra protein shake per day. If you can't access the carbohydrate sources you're used to accessing, perhaps use a carbohydrate supplement instead. There's so many ways you can get resourceful with your diet, but stick to your calories, stick to your macros as best you can. And if you're working at home at the moment, a big part, not to do with fitness, but to do with business, is to stick to your work routine as best you can as well. Stick to your normal start times, your normal finish times, your normal lunch break times, your normal during the day break times. Don't lose your control over that routine because that's such a huge part of that second space. When you go to work, your second space, you get there at a certain time, you have your breaks at a certain time, you leave at a certain time. Don't fuck with that. You have complete control over it. Do what you need to do to adapt your daily routine to the current circumstances. Do not fall off the wagon with your daily routine. It is one of the things that you have a huge amount of control over. Not complete control, a huge amount of control over. You're going to have to adapt. You're going to have to evolve for we don't know how long, but you have control over it, guys. So make sure you make the most of it.
Thank you for tuning into this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the Massive Joe's YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.